Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Bloodborne Kita Edition! I really just did that because I wanted to play some Mega Man music in the begining. That's the main reason I was like, I gotta do the big Kita Edition version. Alright, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually gonna be going into the second tomb, the lower NOOOOO Chalice, and just going and being the second boss just so I can get my set that I want. And I'm going to put a link in the description with a timestamp. So if you guys don't want to watch it, you can just skip past it if you don't want to watch the second NOOOOO Chalice. And then what we're going to be doing is going to the lecture hall, and then we're going to be going to Cainhurst. So that is the goal for today. Probably won't finish Cainhurst, but, you know. Chalice Ritual. Let's make a Central NOOOOO Chalice. Don't need that Root Chalice right now. Don't even need that. I got plenty of ritual blood for this. I've got so much blood. Have you seen all those blood echoes I have? Using them to level myself up, because that's what you do. Alright, let's go in there. I'll see you guys inside. This Tomb Prospector will see you inside. Here we are again in the Central NOOOOO Labyrinth. I guess I thought I had the lower one. We have the central one. They're all basically the same thing. It doesn't matter. Hey, what do you know? A side dungeon right away. Oh wait, I guess it's a door. It's just a wall. I take it back. A lot of them have that, where like before you even get started, there's already a side dungeon type of thing, and it's just like, okay, guess I'll be doing that now. Totally fine by me. So if you guys haven't watched it, I would recommend watching. Terramass has just put up, as of me recording this today, a 10 things on Bloodborne video. And, actually, a lot of people were asking me why I didn't talk about Odin in my story video for the lore video, and him as a great one. And we know that Odin's a great one based on the item descriptions. We've already talked about that, I'm not spoiling anything for the non-spoiler edition. But part of the reason was because I wanted to save Odin for talking about the Healing Church. And that's actually going to be my next lore video that I'm working on right now. Is the Healing Church, and I wanted to save Odin for that. And there were things I wanted to talk about with Odin that Terramantis had actually figured out and informed me about, which are in his 10 things video. So I highly recommend checking out that video. There's some really good insight in that video, specifically on Odin. And yeah, if you want that, if you don't mind some slight spoilers, it's not too much. It's not too bad, but there is some slight. It goes about as far as we are. I just don't want to delve into what he talked about. Wow, I was really just trying to dig in there. I was like, it'll be fine. I'll get my hits and get my HP back, and it didn't work at all. Totally backfired on me. All right, let's just stick to the tops right now. But yeah, so that's why I didn't delve into Odin, is because I wanted to save it for the Healing Church video, a lot of Odin stuff. And I mean, my lore video was already 20 minutes long to begin with, but I want to talk a lot about it for the Healing Church video that I'm working on. And I also wanted, you know, Terramantis not came up with it, but he's the one who figured out some of the stuff regarding it. And I didn't want to steal his glory, so to speak, for figuring it out. I was like, nah. He's got to put up his video first, and then like I'll talk about it and reference it, because he was the one who told me. And I don't know, I like giving credit where credit's due. That's how I am. I very, very strongly believe in that. Actually, my friend who made my logo for me, my logo and my avatar, drives me crazy because she refuses to take credit for all that stuff she made for me. Like my little avatar character of myself that's on my profile, that's like all my super shows. And one of my friends made that for me, and that little like icon of me glaring, my friend made that for me. And my logo that says my Dave Control, my friend made that for me. And again, she refuses to take credit for it, or like let me credit her in any way. And she just did it to be nice as a friend. But I'm like, no, let me give you credit. I don't feel right. It drives me crazy. It's just who I am. I think it's because I work in this industry where, I work in entertainment, and it's so important in a lot of ways that you get credited for your work. And especially, like, you'll see YouTube stuff too, which I do a lot of now, where it's so easy. Oh, okay, I was wondering if there's another door down here, and here it is, and this is where it led to, so there we go. But yeah, you'll see a lot of YouTube stuff where, it's so easy to steal content on YouTube. It's like Imager and things like that. Like, no one really gets credit for it, and then it's easy to steal it and reproduce and put it out there. And if you're the person who's creating that type of content, that really sucks. Because it's like, oh, whoa. I didn't know that there were messengers on these lanterns there. That's pretty cool. See that? See that little guy? He's like, hey! Hello! He looks so happy because his mouth is so wide open. Hi! But yeah, so anyways, you see so many cases of people's work being stolen, and it's just so easy to do as well. And when you're the person who put a lot of time in creating it, then it's like, well, how are you going to... Because I've worked in entertainment in general for a long time now, and it's just like, well... If you don't get credit for it, then how are people going to hire you? How are they going to know it was you? How are you going to get more jobs? Or how are people going to return this to your stuff? It's just, there's just so many issues with it, and that's why I really believe in crediting people and giving credit where credit's due, I suppose. I want people to, I think you deserve it if you put a lot of work into something or figure things out. I've actually, if I get a theory from you guys too, I do like to try to credit you. I did that with my Dark Souls 2 lore videos. If I don't, usually it's because it's something I already came up with, because I'm thinking of all these things all the time because I've been working on this stuff, so I apologize if, you had the same idea as me and you didn't get credit. I wasn't trying to steal it or anything like that. It's funny, I've actually seen, one of my videos was posted on Reddit, my story video, and someone was pissed off because they thought I stole one of their ideas or something. Or like, last time I post my work publicly or something like that. I had no idea what they were talking about. When you're dealing with this type of game, it kind of just happens. Or this type of stuff. It's like comedy. When you're doing comedy about the same subject, a lot of people are going to have the same joke concepts just because it inherently happens. It's like, I've seen lore videos already, or like story stuff. Like Kotaku did a story article that I saw that had a lot of the same information that was in my story video and was published the day after my story video. And some people were mad because they thought Kotaku stole it. And, honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of Kotaku for a lot of reasons, but I'm not going to claim they stole it because anyone could have figured out what I put in my story lore video, and other people did. And I'm not going to say oh, I'm the only person who could have figured it out. This is just not how it works when you're dealing with a game like this. It just isn't. So, good on them, I guess. Unless they did steal it, then they're giant assholes. If they did steal it, then screw them! Beast Possessed Soul. This is another new boss that we've only seen here, I believe. Or that are only in the Chalice Dungeon. Did he just fall beneath the earth and the ground? Because I think he did. I'm pretty sure that is what just happened. He fell under the ground. He's like, I'm gone. Peace. Done with this. I'm actually in a pretty good mood right now. Because I just finally finished the first phase of my new Super Show. So I'm really excited about that. I've somehow been managing as much Bloodborne content as I've been putting up. I've been trying to work in the background consistently on my next Super Show. And the first phase is kind of just... Okay, here's one of those ones where you got a side dungeon early. Anyways, I've been trying to finish... My next Super Show, for those of you who don't know, if you're curious, is on Chrono Trigger. But basically the way I do the Super Shows is first I replay the entire game and get game capture footage of the game while I'm doing it, so I have footage. But I also come up with ideas and concepts for jokes and things I want to talk about and things like that will be in the Super Show. And it's an involved process, and I do timestamps as well of all the, I always forget that they spew poison when they die. There. Anyways, I always do timestamps of as I'm playing through as well. So I think I have literally 27 videos of playing Chrono Trigger with timestamp footage with, it's hour-long videos. So it's maybe, some of them are an hour and a half, but it's over 27 hours of playthrough with timestamp footage, with joke concepts, with things that I want to talk about and things like that. So that's all done. So now it's kind of at the point where I've been doing a bunch of research. I've started writing it, doing the real writing and putting all of it together. So I'm actually pretty excited to be on what I call phase 2 of making a Super Show, which is the actual writing. By phase 3 is when the writing's done and I'm in, I suppose shooting the video footage, the actual on-camera stuff, and then phase 4 is editing and motion graphics. Although sometimes 3 and 4 about delve together. And I guess some behind the scenes on the Super Show stuff, but that's what I'm working on. And while we're doing these Chalice Dungeons, sometimes, I don't know, for Chalice Dungeons, as I don't want to be spoilery about lore, there's really not too much extra Bloodborne stuff I can say that I haven't talked about. So, like, well, this is what I'm working on that I can talk about. Like the Healing Church lore video. Oh, I always forget about these assholes. Damn it, damn it. No, 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 no. Get off, get off, get off. Oh, I hate those things so much. Those are my least favorite things in this dungeon. Are those? Not the rats. The rats are okay. It's those damn things that fall down. I always... they drive me crazy. Well, that was a good roll. Alright, so these guys are not weak to physical attacks. If you really want to do damage to them, fire is the best because they're coated in oil. So fire is going to do really well against them. And I hate them. It's mainly because I don't use like arcane builds. So if I really want to do decent damage on them on lower dungeons, I have to throw on fire paper to get somewhat decent damage on them. Because eventually they have huge physical defense. But yeah, what I was saying with my Healing Church lore video is that it's something I'm working on. But again, since it's going to involve spoiler stuff, because I'm going to be talking about the various factions of it and things like that, I can't really talk too much about it at this point for this Let's Play, because I really do want it to be a Let's Play where people can watch it and, you know, figure out things as they go. And beyond that, though, well, yeah, figure out things as they go, and then especially for the unsullied viewers who, I know some of you guys are watching this because you can't play the game, which sucks, and I'm glad you have a way to somewhat experience it, but, yeah, so for those types of people, I'm trying to be unspoilery. But, yeah, cool thing, too, is that it's really cool to be able to talk with you guys about various things that are in the game, because I definitely learn a lot from you. So I really do appreciate the comments and things like that. I'm sorry if sometimes I have trouble keeping up with responding. I do read. I just want to make it clear that I read every comment I get. Even if I don't respond, I do read every single comment. But sometimes, like, I'll be reading comments when I'm at the gym, or sometimes it's like, I don't know, in between things I can kind of just glance at it. So responding takes a lot more time and is a lot more difficult than just reading one. Where like reading one, I can just be at the gym and check my mail and see I got a new comment and be like, oh, okay, I'll read it. But I do my best to try and respond. But obviously, the more comments I get, the harder it gets. And with Bloodborne having been released, I'm getting a lot of comments, which is really cool. But it's just I was like, I think there's a lever somewhere, but I was forgetting where. It's up here. Lever is up here. At least this area looks kind of cool with the hanging bodies and all that stuff. And you got the drawbridge that you can drop, so it's a little different and unique. I think I actually remember dying right here the first time I played it after I opened this door. I don't remember why, but I do remember a death occurring. Oh, probably because there's a giant bum rush. That must be why. The giant bum rush is why. Of the laggy creatures. Alright. Hey. Gotcha. Hey! Hey! Gotcha! There aren't too many areas where it does this, but it seems like it's very specifically in between doorways that I've noticed it. Like, if you remember when we were in the lecture hall and we ran into it, we were in a doorway. So I wonder if it's because the game is loading too many areas at once, and that's how it loads, as it goes like doorway by doorway. And when you're in between paths, it has too many areas it's trying to load at once. That could be the case. Alright, so we get the Hintertomb Chalice here. So as we were on a side path, again, this is why you want to do side paths in the Chalice Dungeon. So let's take a look at the Hintertomb Chalice. A chalice that breaks a labyrinth seal. Hintertombs are the peripheral catacombs of the old underground labyrinth. To this day, the Watchers continue to expand the Hintertombs, unceremonious catacombs filled with graves and death. There actually is a theme to the different types of dungeons. So there's the Thumero dungeons, the Hintertomb dungeons, the Alien Loris dungeons, and there's one more we have yet to find at the moment. But there actually is a theme to all of them. They are somewhat themed. You're going to find areas that are in all of them, but they also do have their own unique aspects to them to an extent. Like the Hintertombs was just talking about graves and all that, so that's an element you'll see a little bit more of in there. I just want to double check and make sure I was... yeah, unceremonious catacombs filled with graves and deaths. So you're going to find a little bit more of that in the Hintertombs, like gravestones and things like that. So they do theme it a little bit, but I would have liked it to have been more so, honestly, if I'm being perfectly honest. But and you guys know that, as I've mentioned. The Chalice Dungeons aren't exactly my favorite thing in this game. I suppose if we talk about why that is, that's a thing to talk about. Let me just... We started down there. That's where we came from. I think that's actually it. I think the whole point was just to get that Hintertomb Chalice. Yeah, that was it. And let me just figure out where I'm going back, and then we can talk about Chalice Dungeon design. I think this is it. This is it. Indeed, this is it. So, I've talked about that I'm not inherently against roguelikes, and I like games like Crypt of the Necrodancer is a really good roguelike game, and Binding of Isaac is a really good roguelike game. Those are good examples of roguelike games that I think work. But at the end of the day, I really do like Binding of Isaac, and it has good replayability because of the roguelike design. And a roguelike design is where it's going to give you randomized dungeons every time, and that's what this was designed to be. The Chalice Dungeons are roguelikes. They're randomly dungeons where at least the root chalices, that was the point, was that the root chalices would always be randomly designed dungeons, or randomly generated dungeons by the computer. So it's always something fresh, it's always something new. And, you know, it's not a bad thing, it's a great thing when you do that in a game and can pull that, but there's the pros and cons of everything. For every design choice you take. So the big pro of that is obviously you're going to get fresh content every single time you play and essentially have infinite replayability. You're boosting your replayability up a giant amount because no one can ever really get bored of your dungeons because it's always something different, it's always something fresh. But you sacrifice level design by doing that. And it's going to come down to what type of player you are and what you prefer for what you're going to enjoy the most. I talked before about that I like story in a game and when the design relates to the story, and that's true, and that is what I like a lot about the Souls games. I think that's one of their strongest aspects. But I guess I didn't talk about the fact that what I meant to say was why I prefer handmade level design over roguelikes almost in every instance is because I just think that the actual level design and dungeon design is going to be stronger and benefit from being handcrafted over being randomized. And, you know, games like Binding of Isaac make it work, and they do elements within it that are very complementary towards a roguelike. Oh my god. I was trying to roll away from her, and instead she turned and spat that fire right into my face. I'll talk more about it after I come back. From the dead. From the dream, I should say. So when I talk about handcrafted level design, what I mean is there are games that, like, say Binding of Isaac is an example of a roguelike. Its counterpart in a lot of ways are the original Zelda games, like Zelda 1 especially. But I feel like the dungeons are more interesting in Zelda 1 than in any Binding of Isaac dungeon I've ever run into. Because at the end of the day, even though the Binding of Isaac dungeons randomly generate, the Zelda ones are designed a certain way to be the most interesting it can possibly be to pull you in. And it's very specifically designed and play-tested, whereas you can't really playtest a randomly generated dungeon and make sure that it pulls you in certain ways, or you try to hint that players could go in certain directions. And it's things like that that I talk about when I say that I think gameplay is stronger when there's better level design, because the designer can do things that allows them to be a designer. That shows that I think level design is one of the most underappreciated a lot of times arts in designing a game. It's incredibly important. So things like where From Software would put a lamp, like right over here. Whoops. Over a... Here we go. Lamp right over a door, just so you know that that's somewhere you should go. And I mean, obviously that's something they can do in a roguelike style thing like this, but I mean, there's aspects in little aspects like that that are incredibly important to level design and that overall enhance your gameplay, that point the player to where they should go and things like that, which some of that you can incorporate into a roguelike and some of that you can't. So those are the sorts of things that overall, when I say, do I prefer Zelda or Binding of Isaac, I'm going to say I prefer Zelda, because those aspects are stronger inherently to me than Binding of Isaac. Now, Binding of Isaac probably has better replay value than Zelda. I mean, it's a game that when you beat Binding of Isaac, you say, wow, I could go back and play that again, because if I play it again, it's going to be something completely different, and that's great. And that is great, and that's why they made it that way, and that's what's really strong about roguelikes. But when I talk about which experience I had a better time with, and which experience I'm going to want to talk about, it's probably going to be Zelda. I mean, unless, you always have the badass crazy dungeons where maybe you did some epic thing and you want to show that off and talk about that, or you got screwed over with your dungeon design and you're like, I had the worst dungeon design in the world, but I conquered it, and that's exciting. Another thing, though, with roguelikes compared to Bloodborne is there is an aspect, too, of it for why the Chalice Dungeons don't particularly strongly appeal to me, which is that, and sorry I'm just downplaying it, I know there are people there who are watching who really like the Chalice Dungeons, so there is something for everybody, and there's something to be said for them, but I think a lot of it has to do with the reward, and something I was talking to one of you guys about in the comments, but it's the fact that it's the rewards and the overall aspects of how the game is designed. Like, Binding of Isaac is an example of a game that is designed around being a roguelike. You get a reward every time you finish an area of the dungeon, so it makes you want to delve deeper because you know you're going to get this really cool reward that's going to make you say, wow, I got this new... It gives you a new ability, essentially. And you're like, I wonder what new ability I'm going to get. And it's always random. But again, you're like, I wonder what new ability I'm going to get. I'm really excited to find out what new ability I'm going to get. And then what I can utilize later, or what ability I might want to skip. And it really just creates another aspect that complements the design of the roguelike. Whereas this game, what you're getting as your reward are ritual bloods and tomb molds and things like that, which allow you to progress into another Chalice Dungeon, which it doesn't empower your character. So it's not something that, I don't know, it's not one of those things that screams out to me, hey, you really want to do these side quest missions because all you're getting are materials that you need just to make another dungeon. To get materials, you need to make another dungeon. It's not things that enhance your character. Except for this, which is the Keeper of the Old Lords who has my armor on that I want. You have my armor set. Give it to me. There. I want my armor set, Keeper of Old Lords. Give me my armor. I will be unrelentless until I get it back. You've stolen it. You put it into a Chalice Dungeon where it would be difficult for me to get it from you. Give it to me. And that's how you kill a Keeper of Old Lords and get essential Thumeru Root Chalice. Bam. Another boss taken care of. Another boss in his grave. Some questions I was getting to were about why I don't wear a helmet for Kita. And it's kind of a dual thing. One is I actually think it's cool. I like it. I think it's cooler not to wear a mask or helmet or, a top. Because, I don't know, I just think it's kind of cool looking not to. Honestly, I like the outfits in the game. I think it's just sort of cool. It'd be like, nah, I don't need that. Where is the lamp? I know there was one up there, but I want to find the one down here. I don't want to miss that by accident, but gotta find my lamp. Gotta find my lamp. Should be a lamp in here. Yep. Yeah, some ones that I think is cool, and others that everyone wears hats, so it's just kind of cool to differentiate myself. So you know it's Kita, you know it's coming. Alright, welcome back to the Hunter's Dream, where we can actually go buy my favorite set. So, for beating the keeper that we just defeated in the dungeon, in the Chalice Dungeon, we can now purchase Bone Ash set. So, also, I want to point out you can buy Bloodstone Shards and Twin Bloodstone Shards if I haven't already pointed that out at the Insight shop, which is a good one reason to have Insight. But we're going to do the most important thing, which is buying the Bone Ash set. A mask made of bone ash worn by the oldest keepers. The keepers who mined the slumbering great ones gained eternal life, preserved in ashen form in a ceremony of flame that cremated body and soul. The long pointed head is a symbol of the old keepers and is considered evidence of their companionship forged in a certain sin. So, actually some pretty good lore on this. Now their frail armor is white and sinewy, a window into an arcane lost art. So, yeah, these are keepers who apparently watched over the slumbering great ones. Let's go ahead and buy some of these. Alright, so it's actually not the full set that I like. I like kind of mixing things up, but I will show off the full set so you guys can see it, even though who we just fought had it. So, some people actually really like this top, because you have a fucking skeleton face with 8 eyes, because you gotta have all those eyes. Which is pretty crazy. I like the skeleton face thing. I'm honestly not the biggest fan of the giant witch hat thing. That's a little much for me. But we get my favorite top, which is the Bone Ash armor. I love this top. It's so cool. Alright, and then let's go Bone Ash gauntlets and Bone Ash leggings. Now you just look like a skeleton lord. Skeleton lord coming through. Although, too skeleton-y for me. So I like the top a lot, but I like to add in a Henrik set for the rest of it. So I think this is my style right here. This is my thing. When you see Keenan coming through, he's rocking that Fashionborn, that Bloodborne, Fashion Blood. I like Fashionborn more. Fashionborn. Yeah. All right, now that I'm happy. I'm happy with my new armor and my new... I went shopping. Very happy now. Went to the mall, bought some great clothes. Oh yeah, the other thing and what I was saying too, why I don't wear a helmet, is I also did put time into the character creator because I like creating a face that I like, so... I'm like, I gotta show that off, you know? Let's go ahead and warp to the lecture hall. Actually, let's level up first.
Welcome. What is it?
I'll tell you what I desire, doll.
Let me...
I'll desire a level up. Let's go with some more skill this time around.
Farewell.
Farewell. I actually, well, I should probably start upgrading Blood Tinge a little bit, but I think, yep, I forgot to equip the Hunter rune, so I should probably do that. I got it, and I was talking about how great it is, and I never equipped it. So this ups your stamina recovery speed, and let's see if I have the best version of everything else. I do indeed. So, now that I've done that, I will see you guys at the lecture building, 2nd floor. And we are here, back in the room filled with eyeballs. But damn do we look better. Gotta say that we look better. Man, I feel so confident now. It's like, I got a good hair day, which is why I'm not wearing my helmet. Oh, wow, that was like beyond terrible. I missed with everything. Stop vomiting on me, please. Thing across from me, I am almost dead from that. It's got such range. Such range. Yep. I see what you guys are doing there. And I'm not having any of it. Goodbye. We're gonna go to the top of the lecture building. So, this, if you guys remember, is where that room was, where all of them started coming at us and attacking us. And here's the actual 2nd floor of it. I don't think I pointed out that there was a 2nd floor, but it's something I noticed when I was actually playing beforehand, was that you could find it, because I noticed this guy up there. If you look up, you can see this guy hanging out above, which hints that you're gonna have to come at some point to a 2nd floor. And it's a note. Master Willem was right. Evolution without courage will be the ruin of our race. And that is one of the beginning parts of my lore video, and that's part of actually what perspired and inspired the intro. It was sweating. The intro to my Bloodborne lore story video. So evolution will, without courage, will be the ruin of the human race. That is a Master Willem thing. The fact that it's coming from this area does make it seem possible. It's something I'm not sure of, but it does make it seem possible that perhaps this lecture building is somehow part of Bergenworth. I'm honestly not 100% clear, to be honest, but I suppose I've heard that Epic Name Bro, or Marcus, who worked on the strategy guide, said that it was indeed, but I'm really honestly not sure. Hunt the Great Ones. Hunt the Great Ones. Something that won't ponder is who's leaving the various notes. And hunt the Great Ones, hunt the Great Ones. Who's hunting the Great Ones? I mean, we've now killed us an amygdala, so we kind of just hunted a Great One ourselves, but who is leaving notes to do that? A thought. A query, I suppose. And a damn good one at that. That is a good query to have, if you ask me. Nobody did, but if you did, if you were to ask me, I would say it's a good query that you should have. Okay, I get it with all the vomit. I get it, even though it's... Wait, are you literally taking your own sludge from yourself and throwing it at me? Is that what you're doing? Because it looks like that's what you're doing. He's taking his own slime and throwing his own slime at me. Well, at least you know how to use it. Gotta say. Some people don't, but you do. Oh, you're a vomit one, huh? No, not gonna let you vomit. We get another bloodstone chunk. Oh yeah, dead end here. Dead end. Let's hope I can deal with this guy all proper like. This one's a little bit harder than your average due to his flame hands. I mean, it's still the whole deal of just dodge his attack and get behind him. But, you come back here. I do not like this range. Oh, I did the classic Bloodborne mistake. You're supposed to dodge into them as opposed to, away from them, because their attacks move forward, so if you dodge away from them, they're actually going to be swinging forwards into you. So, I made the Bloodborne mistake. Classic giant guy who looks sort of Thumerian. Now that we're learning about the Thumerians, I can say that I think that that guy right there is part of the Thumerian race. Twin Bloodstone Shard. And before we go to that hole you might have noticed in the ground, I want to finish exploring over this way. I just wanted to deal with that guy first. Not that he mattered particularly for exploring over here. Hey, I want through. Hey. If you guys remember, there's that circular room that had the trap on it. This is the upper part of it. So let's go ahead and keep on checking for traps just in case. I don't see any. A bunch of sedatives. What is that? Oh, here we go. Here's the trap. He's like, shit, you found me! It's like if you're playing a hide and seek or something, and you notice just before the person gets you that they've seen you. Alright, so that's where I started, and keep on going this way. You gotta wonder, so, actually, before I go on that train of thought, I do want to talk about the flies at Bergenworth, because you guys had a great point, which was that if you look at the flies, they have a large amount of eyes, and especially with what we talked about with Master Willem and eyes, and how important eyes were to him, it could be a strong indicator as to why those flies are part of Bergenworth, as they have so many eyes. It seems like we're seeing, especially with here in the lecture building, that beasts are only one type of way humans can transform. Obviously, the students here have transformed in a different way, And the fly-like creatures, the fly humanoids at Bergenworth, seem to also probably be humans who transformed into that. So people are just transforming in all sorts of ways, and it seems to depend on the way you're trying to ascend to becoming a great one, or evolve yourself, as Master Willem would say. The nameless moon presence beckoned by Lawrence and his associates. Pale blood. Here we get another occurrence of the word pale blood, this time being reference to the nameless moon presence that was beckoned by Lawrence and his associates. So, what is this moon presence? It seems to be what the pale blood could possibly be referring to. We've seen the blood moon now. Perhaps that is the pale blood? Perhaps that is what it's referring to? As we saw with the sky in Yahar'gul. Although you guys pointed out to me that note that was at Yahar'gul that said, behold the pale blood sky is there, even if you go there early. But it still could be the case that pale blood sky is referring to the moon, as we're finding out from the moon presence. So, another note here, 3/3 chords. Really, really important note. So, let's go into our items, and we will find that we have third chords. 1/3 of an umbilical cord. We have 2. This is telling us 3/3 chords. So, we want 3 1/3 of the umbilical cords. That is something that we want to get. Smoke! Don't need it. Sorry, I don't. Sorry, not my thing, alright? Go the other way. You finish up what you're doing, it's alright, I understand. Everyone's got their vices. I'll wait till you're done. Door. I'll wait till you're done. My vice? Diet Coke. I'm not even joking. It actually is a really bad addiction. Alright. Communion. We get another communion rune here, but this one actually being a stronger version, so this one holds up to 3 blood vials. I think that's the one we found, unless... I feel like the one that held 3 blood vials was the one that we found over at Yusefka's. I think this is the one that we just picked up has 2 blood vials. So, this room represents the healing church and its ministers. Blood ministration is, of course, the pursuit of communion. It's interesting to me that we find communion here in Bergenworth, especially considering, or the lecture building, which is probably associated with Bergenworth, especially considering that communion is more associated with the healing church than Bergenworth. Yeah, that's the guy who attacked before when we were down in that area below. He's not going to bother us now. We don't have to worry about him. What we're going to do is go down here, though, and try and find that thing that was blocking the door. If you guys remember, there was a door being blocked, and this is the room. So, you know how we saw that head that looked kind of off, and it was weird? Well, that's why, because it turns out we were talking to a spider person. So, again, another humanoid person who is transformed into some sort of other creature, probably due to, as Master Willem said, evolution without courage, trying to evolve. Let's talk to it. Get some insight for seeing it. You're like, holy shit. Therefore, you get insight.
Oh, this cannot be. You cannot be. No, you didn't. Lord Amygdala? Oh, how did this come to pass?
Okay, so apparently he says, how did this come to be, Lord Amygdala? Apparently he only says that if you've killed the one that we killed. So that is, that would be the hint that some people were saying were, oh, well, maybe the Amygdala, when he says, oh, Amygdala, these were specifically referring to the one that we killed. That was a boss fight. I'm honestly not sure. I still think that there are multiple Amygdalas, personally, and it's a type. Perhaps it is there is a hierarchy within the Amygdalas. I don't know. I really don't know. Let's switch Triumph to Beg for Life, just because I think it's kind of a funny one. No! No! No, please! No! Don't! Ah! I think it's fantastic. Alright, we could kill him right now. I actually haven't killed him yet, and I really am curious as to his pendant and what it is. I'm not going to yet. Not yet. Not yet, Patches. Even though you did do what you did to us. Apparently, if you don't kill Patches the Spider here... This is Patches the Spider. This is the same guy that we saw before who was in the Nightmare Realm. I'm not sure what he says at this moment, actually, if you haven't killed Amygdala in the Nightmare Realm. Or, I've actually always come to this area afterwards, so that's something I should test out.
Now, wait just a moment. Do you think ill of me? Me?
No, anybody would try to joke and throw you into a poison pit.
Indeed, I should think not. I shared with you a thing most secret. Now you're witness to a miracle, and all the stronger for it. You should appreciate it if you've a grain of gratitude in you. Yes. Appreciate it.
You, sir, are not the Patches I once knew.
No matter. Such details are trifling. We're fast friends by now. Let this express what words cannot.
So for not killing, you do get anti-clockwise metamorphosis, another better version of
Doubt
it.
me not, sweet compeer. What is friendship but a chance encounter?
Of course, that said, I don't know if maybe you get it if you kill him anyways, and he just drops it anyways. So, oh wait, I think I got the anti-clockwise one correct. So,
Well met. My apologies, but I feel a profound thought occurring on the good grace of a certain god and the way he meted out his love.
what are you trying to? Are you referring to Amygdala and the fact of what Amygdala tried to kill me? Is that what you're referencing, Patches? Is that what you're referencing?
Well, on the
So that's all you got. That's all he's got for us at the moment. Yeah. So if you don't kill him, he'll actually show up in Chalice Dungeons. And apparently, it hasn't happened for me yet, but apparently he'll show up in Chalice Dungeons and sell you things, and at an absorbent price. I'm saying that word wrong, but he'll overcharge you for shit. There's the layman's way to say it. All right, let's go ahead and go in here. What's beyond this door? Door number B. We already checked out A. Here's B. So behind door B is the Nightmare of Mensis. Mensis being that place, that group of people we heard about who were trying to beckon the moon. So check out these, the cave, which is just screaming faces. You have to wonder if that relates to the Snatchers who were there. There's just a lot of things that could be referencing. The fact that, if you recall the statues in the walls or all the bodies that were trying to run away in the walls, it could also be, we saw all the dead people who had been trying to summon for Mensis. Nope. Oh, damn, I thought I'd get it in before he could get me. Oh, he's one of the ones with little gross things in him. Yeah, these guys have maggots in them now, which is great. Just what I wanted inside of my enemies. Well, maggots that I had to kill. No wonder you're crazy. You had maggots inside of you. There's a little scamper over here, but I guess he already ran away. Nope, here he is. Here he is. Come back. I'm not trying to kill you or anything to steal your goods. Okay, maybe I was. Maybe I was. You caught me. You caught me. And as we go up here, we run into the Eye of Mordor. Yep. It is the Eye of Mordor up there. Or Sauron, I should say. The Eye of Sauron. Ah! and it starts to cause frenzy. So, you know, we got those sedatives. Well, I learned from you guys, apparently sedatives actually help with your frenzy resistance. So yeah, just by being out here, the Eye of Sauron will, and Mordor will cause frenzy to you and start boosting up your frenzy. So you really want frenzy resistance to be here. But I'm going to go back to the Hunter's Dream, and we're actually going to go wrap back to Cainhurst. So while I am here, just to be smart, we should also level up our Saw Cleaver just a bit. Let's check to see if there's any better gemstones. There indeed is. Alright, let's see. Nothing for this one, but this one's got that. Anything else? Anything else? No. Alright. Oops. Alright, let's also fortify it. Alright, so we now have a +9 Saw Cleaver. Don't know if this is what I'm going to choose to raise up to +10, but +10 is the max, and use a Blood Rock for that. And I think we should actually be able to level up again, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, what is it?
And I'll buy some Blood Vials,
Very
actually.
well, let me.
Because that looks like I'm running sort of low on them. Let's go Endurance.
Farewell.
Get some defense. Even though everything has defense. Alright. Beautiful. Alright, we were ready for Cainhurst. So, if you remember, for Cainhurst, we got our invite. We got to go to Hemwick Charnel Lane. So, that is where I'm going to be heading to. See you guys soon. Dearest Kita, do not hesitate. The stagecoach leaves from Hemwick Crossing. I'm on my way. I'm on my way to Hemwick Crossing, even though things are really spooky here all of a sudden. Not that they weren't before. Gotta love one-hit killing. The one-hit killer. Oh. The one-hit misser. He's only got to hit one time, and he still misses every time. Don't really need to kill all these, honestly, but all of these things. Hey, it's one of our friends from before. I remember you. The Witch of Hemwick was summoning you. Ah! He just like knocked me backwards with all that force. With all that force. Yeah. See how much easier it is now when you're way OP? It's a lot. It's a lot easier when you're way OP. Hey, buddy. Oh my god! That was not good. Very not cool. What? How did that miss? How even? Just want to restore my health by visceral attacking. Watch, I had just as much trouble this time at Hemwick Charnel Crossing as I did last time. Alright. Come at me, bro. Come at me. I actually am. I'm already having a... There. There. Nuh-uh. Give me back my blood. Give me back my health. Alright, so... People have been asking, how the hell do you even get to... like, things to happen? What do you do once you're in Hemwick Charnel Lane? It actually took me a while to find it, honestly. But, I shall show you. So it's funny, I was just like looking around exploring to see if there's anything specific that like new had showed up, and there isn't per se something new that showed up. What you need to do is go next to this. Like, you have to get really close to it. Okay, firstly, who is conducting this? There is no stagecoach driver. I see nobody. Secondly, these horses have no eyeballs. They have no eyes. That's gross. I'm sorry, horses. Let me pet you. Okay, fine, I won't pet you. So, I I've seen the Ride the Haunted Mansion. I've also ridden the Ride the Haunted Mansion. I don't know, man. I don't know. I guess I'll get in and hope for the best and hope that the happy ghosts are the ones who join me who just want to dance. Because this shit is straight up haunted, if you ask me. And we get even more insight for finding the forsaken Cainhurst castle. All of a sudden it's really cold. Also, the horses are dead that took us here, and it looked like they've been dead for a long time. And the stagecoach is just covered in frost, and it looks like nothing's happened. And the way we got here is also completely gone. There's no way you get here. The bridge is broken. But if you look in the distance, you can actually see Yarnum, the great cathedral over there. And yeah, so that's where we came from. That looks like actually Hemwick Charnel Crossing right there, the mansion. So we're now at Castle Cainhurst. And spooky stuff going on here. Spooky stuff. This is probably my favorite area in the game. I love this area. Oh, do you have one of those switches? Like in the modern days? Like where it opens the door for you? Actually, fun fact. So if you go to a store like Target, you know how like you walk to the door and the door will automatically open for you? There was actually something like that in Greek times. They created something like that. It was made by, I forget, one of the famous mathematicians, I think, of the time. Maybe Archimedes, possibly. But one of the famous mathematicians, I believe, was the one who created it. And he created it for the temples. So, like, the Greek temples would do it, essentially. And something I think he was commissioned to do, and it's just to help inspire that awe within the Greek temples. Also, now that we're in this area, we come across my least favorite enemies in the game. Oh, these guys are the literal worst. They are just the literal worst. Oh, and there's one behind me. Of course. Of course. Oh my god, these things are so awful. Not only are they terrifying to look at, they are straight up terrifying, period. I hate you guys so much. So much. They are terrifying. It's like a bug mixed with a spider mixed with a human. I don't even know. Also, there's a lot of statues, and I'd like to take a look at them, but I'm afraid of the spider thing bug. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. Get away from me. Ow. It hurt. Ow, that really hurts. Okay. That hurt. Oh my god. Oh no 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 no. No. No 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 no. Oh my god, no. No. Stop whipping your hair back and forth. No. That's not what this is. Oh god. Oh god. Is that a knockdown statue? It is a knockdown statue. I didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice. Numbing mist. To keep me numb from these awful whatevers. Oh my god, I hate them so much. Okay, at least I got a hit in. Oh, I don't know how I dealt with the other two so easily. Oh, God. Come, no, 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 stop, get away from me. I'm gonna waste all my blood vials just on this one guy, aren't I? Oh, my God. I'm so bad at them. No. Fuck. I legitimately hate these things. There are no words to describe. He's like, what you doing, man? What you doing, Kita? Maybe I tried leap R2 attack. That might work. Oh. I don't like them. I don't like them at all. Okay. You're holding a baby. That, don't know if that means anything. All I know is this area. Notice how there's different sizes of their bulb thing, too. Like there's that really fat one at the end. What? What? I thought you could visceral attack them. Come here. Hey. Huh? Yeah, why don't you just hop at me? Do your hops. I know you got them. I know you got the hops, Jordan. Michael Jordan. I got them too, bitch. I got them too. Oh no, there's another one. He's looking right at me. I don't like it. I don't like it. Stay away from me. You don't see me coming. You're too busy eating your food. Keep on eating the human. Do not notice me. Do not. I wonder if numbing mist is something I'm supposed to be using against these guys. Prevents HP restoration. I don't know if they restore HP. Alright. No. No. Could have sworn I've done a visceral attack on them before. Oh my God, no. No. Holy crap. I'm sure some people are watching like, these guys are easy. I don't know why you have so much trouble against them. Because I do. What do you want me to say? I do have trouble against them. A lot. A lot of trouble. You may be wondering why this is one of my favorite areas in the game. Well, everything about this area is incredible, except for this. Even though I actually do like these guys. Just because they're creepy. I like how creepy they are. Okay. This guy was taking the big frenzied cold blood. The big one. I think he also explodes with oil. If you notice, I'm coated in oil. So maybe you're just supposed to throw a Molotov cocktail at them and they blow up. That really could be all it is. Now that I'm thinking about the fact that they blow up with oil, I don't know why I never thought about that before. Let's equip a Molotov cocktail and see what happens for the next one I run into. Alright, so this is the main area we're supposed to go into, is right up here. I don't know if I really have time to delve into it, but I just want to show that this is where we're going to be headed. Is in here. And this is the starts of Castle Cainhurst. And I'm going to go down and finish the outskirts of this area, though. Yeah, next episode we will definitely be doing all of Cainhurst if possible, but at least as much as we can get through. And what's over this way? We're going to find over here is a locked shortcut, so we at least have a quicker way back. All those statues. Just chilling, just hanging out. Don't forget to look around. Don't forget to look around. Even when you have giant, creepy-ass bug fly things jumping at you. Like this one. Oh! Oh! You're not... Don't want to target it anymore because I'm afraid of the spider guy. Where did he go? Where did spider guy go? There he is. Don't worry, it's not like I want to test a Molotov cocktail on you or anything. Didn't do a thing. Oh. Left underneath you. Oh, you ass. Oh, you ass. Caw. Caw. No. Oh my god, I'm so bad against them. There. And I shouldn't have bothered him. It's my own fault. He wasn't even going for me. You don't even have to fight this one. It looks like he has a big tongue too that's sticking out. I think I've wasted all my blood vials against this guy. These guys confirmed harder than bosses. Yeah. See, I don't get it. Looks like they blow up in tar and yet they don't blow up. Maybe they're weak to fire if you add it to your weapon, but I don't know. They have no weaknesses. There's nothing. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. Oh, there's another one. I thought there might be something over here. It's just another one. I was like, oh, what if there's an item that I missed? Not worth it. Not even worth it. All right. We'll go here through the bug things. The maggots. Oh, wait. There is an item up. Is there an item up there? I don't know. I'll check for it. Ah! You. Ah, you. No. These maggots. That's where I should probably switch to my up-down attack. It's just the diagonal attack has a little more range in a way, which is why I kind of like using it. Because this one's so spread out. There we go. I am almost out of blood vials, and I just stocked up on them. Holy crap. Oh my god. Are you joking me? I am so bad at this. Oh. I thought he was gone. Apparently not. Oh. Crap. Well, I gotta be careful. Gotta be really careful. Alright, let's be careful. 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 Shh. Careful. Alright, there we go. All that for tampering blood gemstone. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and check the spider guys, and then we're actually gonna go back to the Hunter's Dream because we can warp right back here so I can buy more blood vials and see if that tampering blood gemstone is better than what I have equipped. But let's go check out these spider guys first and see if there's anything. You guys hiding any secrets over there? I don't see any. That's cool. That's all I wanted to know. Goodbye. That was it. I don't need anything else from you guys. I was just stopping by to say hello. Check on your secrets. Alright, I will see you guys in the Hunter's Dream. Alright, so I've actually already got the best combo I can have, and it looks like I'm full on blood vials, so I'm actually going to just go ahead and level up again while I'm here. Because why not? Let's actually do some blood tinge. You'll see why later. Alright, so that's going to wrap me up for this episode. So guys, next time we'll be continuing into real Cainhurst and get out from those outskirts and go into the castle itself, and I am excited about it. So thank you guys for joining, and I will see you guys next time. Later, guys. Happy hunting.